Hi everyone, it's Chaos Magpie YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'll be previewing our 2024 season for the Collingwood Football Club. If you are returning Chaos Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, I know we got pre-season game on the 27th of February, and we got one a week before that against North Melbourne at Arden Street. Now, I think I'm not caring about results as much. I really don't. Look, do I want to win? Yeah, to get bragging rights, but at the end of the day, it is pre-season and it means nothing to us as a fan base. We don't want to look at the season go, we beat them in a preseason game. To me, they don't really matter at all. They really, really don't. So for people that have been saying, it matters, no, it doesn't. It really doesn't. So I think that's where people just gotta chill on that aspect of it, and just knowing the fact is that at the end of the day, it is a pre-season game. We don't really care too much about pre-season form. It's just to get the players into shape where we can get ourselves going. By watching the boys train, I know from experience that the boys look really, really fresh, ready to go. It's not have a look at this, Collingwood, every team's, always have this thing about should I, that that everyone's got the hunger. But to me, when I watch it, and especially while recording the games as well, I know that we're very good. You know. So 21st of February, we've got North Melbourne at Arden Street Oval at 10 o'clock, and then 6:40 against, and that's match simulation training. So it's really an unofficial practice match compared to an AFL Community Series pre-season match where you just play one game. So to me, I'll do previews to them separately. But I do think that this is probably the best opportunity for us to really look at the boys in pre-season, see how they go. Finn Macrae, I see a fair bit of him and I go, wow, this kid's got to play football, he really does. And I'll go through, it's funny though, I'll go through our first 4 games of the season and I'll talk about the players later. So we got the Giants, the Swans, the Saints, the Lions. Now, here's an interesting fact. If we win 3-1, I'm very happy with that. I think we'll beat the Giants. We'll definitely beat the Swans. We should beat St Kilda, considering that realistically that's at the MCG. But then we have Brisbane up at the Gabba. So that seems to be a loss. But I do think that I'm expecting to split Brisbane. I'm expecting to split Sydney as 1-1. Because I know that we got them at the SCG and we got Brisbane up at the MCG. So I do think we'll beat them there as well. Then we have, realistically, we have Hawthorn at Candlelight Oval, which I'm confident will win. Now, here's a fact that no one knows. In 6 straight years that we've played at the Adelaide Oval, we have won. So we've been the Adelaide Crows twice in the season last year. We beat Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval, and we also beat St Kilda at the Adelaide Oval. So we're 3-0 in that, and we've won, and we're 8-0 at the Adelaide Oval after 2017. So it's amazing stat that is the case, but we have won there 2018, 2019 as well, where we smacked the Crows. 2020 we beat them and by 4 goals. We beat them by under a kick in 2021. 2022 we beat them under a kick, and then we also did it in 2023 as well when we beat them by a point, and we beat them by a couple of points at the MCG as well. So I do think that we will beat the Hawks at the Adelaide Oval. I think we'll beat Port, Essendon, Carlton, and potentially West Coast. 3 games at the G and 1 at Marvel. And that's probably, I will not be surprised if we do drop it to West Coast at Marvel Stadium. Adelaide, Fremantle, and Bulldogs, and Melbourne at the G. And with Fremantle at Optus Stadium as well. So I do think that we could potentially win against Fremantle. We'll definitely win against Adelaide. Carlton are definitely nested, and I do see us beating, mind you. Bulldogs at Marvel, well, that can go either way, but I'm confident we can. And even Melbourne, I'm confident on King's birthday we'll beat them as well. Then we got North Melbourne at Marvel, which we should win. Mind you, we're playing teams that have Marvel Stadium as a home ground. Then we have a bye, so we do have 2 byes as well. And then we got the Gold Coast Suns, Essendon, Geelong, and Hawthorn, and Richmond. So if we do lose, I think we'll probably lose to Hawthorn at the G. But I'm confident we'll beat the Suns, Essendon, the Cats. And I think we'll beat the Tigers and Blues at the G. And I think we'll beat Sydney. We'll lose to Sydney over there. We'll beat Brisbane at the G, and then we'll beat Melbourne as well. If there's one team, and he's going to be a big call that no one else will say. I'm going to put this out there for the record. We will lose to one team, and we'll beat every other team throughout the whole year and make it to another grand final. Now we have, and that, funny enough, last year I was Hawthorn, but we beat every single team apart from Hawthorn. 2011 we beat every single team apart from Geelong, and then in 2010 we beat every single team apart from the Brisbane Lions, and we won the flag. So for me, if there's a team that we could potentially lose to, it could be West Coast at Marvel Stadium, potentially. Could be Fremantle, or it could be the Bulldogs, or maybe North. Obviously, the bye in round 15 for us, and we also got one in round 5 as well before our Port Adelaide game, and then Essendon on Anzac Day, which is pretty much like that could be potentially split, or we could win both of them as well. So I do think that will come out and, you know, start the season off really well. But there's that potential where when we've made those grand finals, and except for 2018, take that away, we have beaten every single team apart from one, and then, you know, we've made the grand final. We've won it or we lost it. Do I think we'll go like we did last year? No. I think we might try and potentially start the season off slowly and then work our way into it. It is a marathon, not a sprint, and it's an AFL season. You're gonna have up and down performances. You know, I reckon we'll see less close games, probably about 8 or 10 close games. I don't think we'll have 16 close games. I think we'll have less than that as well. So I think we could potentially lose 4 games, but then again we could lose 2 or lose 3. But I still think that will be every single team throughout the season, and we'll lose 1 game against a team that we can't beat, and that is a fact as well. So I think for now, I'm expecting us to head really well. But I do think that we need to be consistent in our performance. I think more we start the season off slowly and then work our way into it. Now we might have a little bit of form patch. But then if we do get into that heavy training load that helped us through September, it would be a lot better for us in the long run, and it worked out really well. Because we end up, knowing that we sucked up top 2. That's where we should be aiming, top 2, definitely that. And that way you can get a home final either way. And then you got to win the qualifying final, then win the prelim as well. And then make your way to a grand final. You don't want to be losing the qualifying final and having to win 3 games as well. So that's where we're at this stage of our, the way that we're training. The way I do see us train, the way I've seen us train, is like we've got that hunger. As fans, we can celebrate for 12 months until the end of September, but the players can't think like that because they've got a job to do. You don't want to lose that hunger to win back to back. But yeah, I feel like that we haven't lost the hunger at all. I feel like that we've still got it. So players that I think that would need to perform in 2024, I think it's Finn Macrae's big year. Nick Daicos will step up as well as Josh. The way that we do see it. I think AJ needs a good year. Him or Reef will take that forward line spot, and we might swap it week in, week out as well. But having said that too, like we've generally have got this belief that we can win games of football regardless. And again, like I think Queen's going to have a sensational year. I think Billy Frampton's going to be contending as well for spots to be in his team, and maybe against a 3 tall forward line. I don't think we'll play him every week, but I think we'll play him like for the Brisbane game, for example, the Carlton game, definitely. You'll have to do that. And maybe for like Port Adelaide, maybe potentially Essendon, and potentially the Adelaide Crows as well. Melbourne maybe, but that would depend on how they go tall as well. But that's something that we would probably look at the way that we need to. Geelong, I'm confident, like if we go tall in our forward line, or we have a tall defence, and it might free up like someone like a Darcy Moore, Jamie Howe. But that would be potentially something that we work on as well. So our record in the last 2 years playing at the G against interstate teams, we're undefeated. We have not lost. And that record dates back to 2022. So people will think of it as, you're just being so arrogant and up yourself sort of type thing. But the matter of fact is, right, we beat Brisbane up at the G. We beat the Giants twice at the G. We also played Fremantle, which was another one that we beat up at the G. We beat the Crows. We also beaten the Swans. And we also beat Port Adelaide up at the G as well. So that was one that I've looked at and go, wow, you know, that's probably the reason why I think that for our team that, you know, that we can do it. 2022, we've beat the Giants up at the G. We've beaten Adelaide. We've beaten Port Adelaide up at the G. We've played Giants. There's another one. And there's a few there that aren't coming to my head that we played at the G as well, because I know in 2022, like, it's that long ago that, you know, we just continue to play well against these teams. But having said that too, like, we played Sydney twice at the SCG, so I'm not really concerned on who we played, to be fair. So we should be happy with it. Like, we really should be. In round 1, so round 2 we play Adelaide when we won by 42 points. We beat the Suns at the MCG, so that's another in-state. So Adelaide and Gold Coast Suns was one that we have beaten. Beat the Giants, that's the third in 2022. Adelaide, that was round 20. And we beat Fremantle in the semi-finals by 20 points as well. So we have got very good records under Craig McRae. So that is the memory that, you know, we do have. And then we lost to Sydney by a point. Remarkably, we beat the Giants by a point and then beat Brisbane by 4 points. But this year, I'm expecting our record up at the G to really continue. So in the interstate teams that we played, we'll beat the Swans at the G, we'll beat Port Adelaide at the G, we'll beat Adelaide at the G, we'll beat Brisbane up at the G. You can clip this, you can send me anything you want, you can call me such an idiot on this. You know, guarantee you right now, we will beat these interstate teams at the G. We'll lose to Sydney up at the SCG. That's something that, you know, and if we do beat, here's the thing, if we do beat Sydney at the SCG, I'll be really happy, because that's been since round 11 2019, since the last time we beat Sydney at the SCG. And then we'll beat every other team apart from one, and then we'll lose to one team that probably either no one expects us to lose, or there'll be a team that we could potentially lose as well. So I do think that that's what's going to happen in this season as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. It really is. Not knowing the fact is that we've got to travel. So the Giants up at Giants Stadium, Brisbane up at the Gabba, that's going to be tough. Hawthorn at the Adelaide Oval, I'm counting that as a win. That makes it 7 years in a row that we've won at the Adelaide Oval. We will beat the Suns at Heritage Bank Stadium. And of course, we'll lose Sydney at the SCG. And then, we could potentially win our last game against Melbourne Football Club as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And what are your thoughts on the season? You know, there's a lot of teams that, to me, I think that should be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I do think that will come out well. I think we might have a little bit of a form slump, but I do expect us to continue. If we do lose to Hawthorn at the G and beat them at the Adelaide Oval, well, that's a win one, loss one situation. Doesn't matter because we still beat them regardless. So, and if you're an opposition fan, let me know what your thoughts are as well. Don't forget to drop a like, but also please drop a sub. You really be helping me out a lot. But until next time, bye for now, guys.